said that, or your office has said you plan to work towards meeting the NATO defense spending target if you are elected. The Liberals have said that too. How is your approach going to be different?
Thank you. First of all, Justin Trudeau has made Canada weak, poor, and defenseless. His plan for national defense is to rely on Joe Biden or Donald Trump to protect Canada. That puts America in charge of Canada's future. I don't want that. I want to bring home control of our country and our defense. My common sense plan will cut wasteful
arguably we're also a
foreign
NATO
aid
country,
that goes
so
to dictators, terrorists, and multinational bureaucracies and put that money into reinforcing our military. Bring our money home. Two,
and
we
the
will
UK
cut
has
back
a pretty
office
large
bureaucracy
force, and we're a Commonwealth country,
use
so
the
there's also
savings
that
to
too.
bolster frontline resources for our soldiers, sailors, and airmen. Three, we will get rid of the corruption and incompetence in our procurement. We are wasting billions of dollars profiting these defense contractors that should be used to get the best value for our troops and our taxpayers. In other words, a common sense plan to bring home our sovereignty, our strength, and reinforce our military. Thank you.
En français.
In English. Ok, mais j'ai posé ça en français. C'était une question en français.
Cubino Duros.
Okay, so you're telling me to repeat it in English. Okay. Okay, just I find we're in Quebec, right? Okay, you've objected to that before, but I will. The violence can end today if Hamas would free the hostages, lay down arms, and surrender all the terrorists who carried out the genocidal attacks of October 7th. I call on Hamas to do that. Otherwise, Hamas has to be destroyed. Thank you.
Cubino Duro, CBC. The parliamentary secretary for the foreign minister made very critical comments about his government's policy on Gaza war. What's your reaction on that?
Well, it's another example of how Justin Trudeau is a two-faced phony on the Middle East, just like everything else. Trudeau's been absolutely incomprehensible on the Middle East. He has no clear position of any kind. So he sends out some MPs to go to Jewish synagogues and support Israel, and go to mosques and attack Israel, so that he thinks that every group will support his government because he says the opposite thing depending on who he's talking to. He should stop playing two-faced politics, stop trying to divide Muslims against Jews, Hindus against Sikhs, Chinese Canadians against other Canadians, First Nations against Métis, parents against teachers. This Prime Minister only divides to distract from all the misery he has caused. It's time for a leader who takes a clear stand no matter where he is and who he's talking to, and has a backbone to stand by what he believes and unites the country for freedom, and that's what I will do.
En français aussi, s'il vous plaît.
Her government arrested a reporter. They arrested a reporter. How do you qualify that? Okay, I think that answers the question. I'm not going to arrest any reporters.
Merci, on passe à la prochaine question.
That's good to know. Quinn Patrick, True North. Several people involved in the Freedom Convoy 2 years ago are suing the federal government now that the federal court has found the Emergency Act to be unconstitutional. What recourse do you think should be available to people who had their bank accounts frozen or otherwise had their constitutional rights infringed by the government?
Well, the court should decide that, and I hope the Charter of Rights is upheld. Justin Trudeau divided the country. He provoked the crisis. He's now been found to have violated the Constitution. He did it without any scientific evidence. It was another example of how Justin Trudeau has only two principles. One is that the government should control everybody, and two, that he should control the government. The only way he keeps this control, in light of the misery that he has unleashed, doubling housing costs, quadrupling carbon taxes, is by cracking down on the population and dividing people against each other. I will do the exact opposite. I will empower the people from the bottom up. I will unite for freedom rather than dividing to conquer. Thank you.
Merci, en français aussi.